Well guys, this is the final video of the Grom Swap build series. It might be the final video of the build series of just doing the Grom Swap, but there will be more build videos. There's more things I want to do with this bike. But this is the last video of that particular series. And this whole video, I'm just going to be talking about my first impressions and how it compares to the CRF110 that I've been stunting for the last few months. I'll give you guys a little walk around so you can see it. The very first thing I want to talk about, which is the very first thing I noticed, is the handling of the bike. I can let go with both hands and it stays straight. I can also move my hips and control it. The 50 did not do that at all, and it would just fly over to the side. It just didn't have that handling. But this just maintains it perfectly. And that handling is probably a part of the weight and the size. The tires are a lot larger. Not a lot larger. They went from 10-inch tires to 12-inch. And they're more street-oriented tires. They're wider. Also, the weight makes it more stable. The weight does have one downside, though. Is with the 50, it had way more torque. The 50, if you're in first gear and you just... it's going all the way up. But with this, you have to actually give it some throttle if you want it to come up. It doesn't come up quite as easy because it weighs more, and it's got that longer wheelbase as well. It doesn't feel like it doesn't have enough power though. Second gear is a little hard to get up, but it is possible. It just takes a lot more technique than the 50 took. Now, one of the next things I really noticed with this is the comfortability of it. The seat's way larger. This is a stock seat. The 50, I had an aftermarket tall seat that was bigger, and it was so uncomfortable. This seat is a lot larger than that seat, and it's way more comfortable. Also, my knees actually set level with the gas tank, while on the 50, they're way up here. This is way more comfortable of a riding position than the 50 was. With this build, you get disc brakes, which are way stronger than the drum brakes. The drum brakes, when I'm wheeling, after dropping back, I have to stomp the brakes to get it to come back. While on this, I just had to tap them. And the front brake on the 50, no matter how hard you hit it, you're not going to break traction or come up or anything. But with this, I could just... right there, we came up a little bit, just squeezing it. And the handbrake is way stronger as well. Feels just as good as a foot brake. While on the 50, the handbrake didn't feel as strong as the foot brake because you couldn't really press it as hard with your finger as you could stomping it. The Grom engine being in this, it's built for the street, so it can handle high speeds. That was only 60. I've gotten this thing up to 70. When it comes to wheeling this thing compared to the 50 I feel like I'm more likely to loop or something because it's way more touchy. While this, you have to be smoother on the throttle so that you don't let it down. With the 50 is very easy to give it too much throttle and go over, while this is very easy to give it too little throttle. And while we're in this wheelie right here, another thing, when you're wheeling with a carbed bike, it bogs out if you drop back. But on this, it's fuel injected, so no more bogging and no more leaking fuel. That was a big issue too, is that the carb leaks a lot of fuel, so you're losing gas mileage. This lasts way longer than the 50. It lasts a few days longer doing the same amount of riding. Also, with this exhaust, I have a Big Bore's Bill's exhaust, and on the 50, I have an FMF. This is way quieter, which is better if you want to be a little bit more discreet and not bother people in the area. So, one of the major things you see first when you're looking at it is just, it's a lot bigger of a bike. And it being bigger, the forks are beefier, so they can handle falls more. The whole bike in general is beefier, so it should handle a beating way better. And the engine being built for street riding should make it way more reliable than the 50 or even the 110's engine. And I even have it where I have a fuel filter on this, or not a fuel filter, an oil filter, so I can change the oil filter whenever I need it. While the 110 and the Grom, or the 110 and the 50, does not have that. It just has an oil screen, which isn't doing a whole lot of work. At the end of the day, I would say the 50 you can learn a lot quicker on, but this is just way more fun to ride, and once I get good at this, it will probably definitely transfer over better to a bigger supermoto, unlike the 50. The 50 transferred over okay to this, but not super well, because the 50 is just very small. It's a pit bike.